Hey, hello, friends. It's your boy. Well, it's your friend Steve. I should probably say the name of the podcast. I've done like 20 of these. You think I'd be better at it, but it's whatever. Now my cat's like has her claw under the door trying to get in because she's a needy bitch. Anyway, hey, how's everyone doing? How's everyone's mental health? I'm doing good. I'm on a diet currently. So I'm very moody. But it's going well. I'm down like 4 pounds. I feel like I'm down way more, but yeah, I'm down 4 pounds, which is fine. The number doesn't matter. It's the how you feel that matters. It's way early, so if I sound tired, that's why. I just came back from my walk. I'm walking like 3 miles a day. I might start doing like weight loss journey. My Sweet 16 weight loss journey on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe. I feel like fat people need motivation. And I could use the F word because I am a fat person. So don't be using our F word. Like you skinny people. Being like, oh, I'm fat. Oh my God. I'm 127. Bitch, what? Fucking body dysmorphia is crazy in this country. I guess in all the world, I don't know. Just mostly this country. Like women are like, I'm so fat. I had a donut 2 weeks ago. Like what? I used to eat like boxes of donuts. That's the reason I'm a diabetic, dog. But anyway, yeah, I'm doing good though. Yeah, I was supposed to record on Friday, but I had like anxiety. I had a doctor's appointment. I hate doctors. They never have good news. It's always like, oh, you're dying. Okay, thanks, bro. So yeah, I was having anxiety from that, so I didn't record. And Saturday I spent with my mother, which was fun. I'm trying to spend more time with her. Ever since my near-death experience that no one believes I had, I'm just trying to spend time with people I love and tell them I love them every day. Because, we could be gone tomorrow. I could be gone tomorrow. Then you're listening to this, you're listening to a ghost right now. This is Ghost Talk with Steve. I'm dead. Oh my God, when I die, that's going to be so creepy. People are like, oh my, remember when he said he was dead? That was a little Jim Gaffigan. Love you, Jim Gaffigan. So anyway, yeah, I'm doing good. I went and had some drinks with a friend the other night, which is like the first time I've been out, like really, at night. I've gone like after work like once to get a beer with a coworker. Well, let's just say friend. He's a friend. Unless he hears us, and then we're strictly coworkers. But anyway, isn't it weird that like you become friends with coworkers, like just random people that applied to the same shitty job you had, and then you guys become friends? It's insane. Like just queer. Wow. Coincidence. Sorry, I can't speak. I apologize to the queer community. I love you guys. You guys are great. I just can't speak. Don't speak. Gwen Stefani. Anyway, so yeah. So I went out. I was waiting for my friend, and this hot chick walks in, and I'm like, oh my God, like she looks so fucking familiar. Explicit. Sorry, YouTube. And then I'm like, you know who she looks like? She looks like Riley Reid. And if you don't know who that is, Google it. But anyway, I'll give you a second. Yeah, those pictures, aren't they great? But anyway, she's hot. She's an adult film actress, a classy lady. And I mean that sincerely. She seems like a real delight doing God's work, helping lonely men like me get through our day. Isn't it weird people jerk off to you? It's like, oh man. It's like, she's probably like in bed right now and she's just like living her life. And then like some dude across the world's just like, that's what we sound like when we jerk off. At least that's what I do. I make those sounds too. Like dudes jerking off is like a dog trying to get into a jar of peanut butter. Or more like an ape trying to get into a jar of peanut butter with a knife. It's like, but then it's like knows how to use a knife. I guess it's like a Planet of the Apes situation. But anyway, we do not like we look bad. Like women like masturbating is like, delightful, touching your exotic flower. You're like, ooh, hello, my old friend. Yeah, when you masturbate, you turn into an old British lady with probably a cooking show. But anyway, but yeah, so I'm like, oh my god, that's who it is. And then, like, of course I can't let that moment pass, and my buddy's now nowhere to be found. He's running late like always. So I'm like, oh my god. And I'm like looking around, I'm like, I gotta tell somebody this. I'm like, and the bar's not like full at all. It's like maybe like 4 dudes. It's like 2 are old dudes, like having a conversation. And it's like, then there's this like creepy dude on the other side of the bar, and I keep seeing him looking at her and then looking away and then looking at her. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot my shot with this dude. I'm gonna go over and be like, yo, bro, Riley Reid, right? So I do it. I'm like, I don't care. I had like a drink in me. I'm like, okay, let me go over here. I go, hey, bro. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, Riley Reid, right? He's like, no, my name's Stan. I'm like, no. She looks like Riley Reid, right? And he goes, who? And I'm like, okay, well, this is a mistake. But then I'm like, is he like, oh, I don't want this guy to know I'm a pervert like him. I'm going to pretend like I don't know who that is. Or he didn't know who she was. And then he's going to like go home. And like, he's going to just see her butthole on the internet. And then we just scarred that dude. Or I made a fan for her. I mean, small bluegrass campaign to get everyone to enjoy her work. It's work. I mean, sex work is work. I mean, come on. We all know it. I mean, the dudes always got to be hard, and the women have to have sex with. I mean, like, I don't think the dudes in the industry are that good looking, right? It's like, especially like women had sex with Ron Jeremy, and like Ron Jeremy's like your creepy gym teacher that made you run laps. And he's like, well, if you come into my office, you don't have to run laps anymore. And you're like, ugh, God, scarred for life. They had to have sex with Ron Jeremy. Google Ron Jeremy if you don't know who that is. That's, yeah, large penis on a real creepy dude. It's like a dude who like had a grant from like a Wish. He's like, I want the largest penis, and the genie's like, I'll give you the largest penis, all right, on the grossest human alive. And you're like, oh God, no, I wanted to be hot with a large penis. But anyway, it just seems. But she does great work. I mean, Google Riley Reid. I mean, she's doing the Lord's work. Bravo. Large penises. I mean, I'm not a woman. I mean, I just, like, it can't feel good. Like, I mean, you don't want, like, a little, like, baby, like, dick, but, a giant fucking arm up your pussy, in your butthole. I mean, ugh. That can't feel good. I mean, I think in big dick in theory is like amazing, but you just want like an average one that the dude knows what he's doing, or like a little lower than average, but his like oral skills are good. You don't want a big dick, especially. I mean, I feel like if you have a big dick, you're just like, women are so shocked by your big dick, you never really had to put in work. Like if you have an average dick, you have like subconscious about like, oh, maybe I don't have a big dick, and then you have to go to work. Grab your lunchbox, punch the clock, and you have to go to work. Big dicks, you're just like, oh, I got a big dick. That's going to impress her enough. And then you're just lazy about it. It's like the dude on the football team that's like super athletic and it all comes easy to him. And he just like becomes lazy and doesn't do anything. Or you want the dude who barely made the team, hustles every day, and he's always insecure about, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to be here. That's the one you want going to work on your vajayjay, your exotic garden. I think this is going to be called the Riley Reid's Exotic Garden. I think so. I like that expression for a woman's vagina. That's a vagina. I can't say pussy. I mean, I like saying pussy, but not like in a woman context. Like, oh yeah, F my pussy. I'm like, oh, okay. Then a vagina sounds weird too. It sounds like you're like 3 years old. You're like, oh, women have vaginas. Ooh. And then the other word, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the C word, but I've had a woman in my past sexual experiences tell me, F me in the C, and I'm like, oh boy, That's like a black person saying the N-word to you. You're like, no, I don't, no, 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 no. This must be a trap. This has to be a trap. I'm a middle-aged white man. I can't be saying that word. But they love to do it, though. I mean, I guess if I was black, I'd be like, always saying the N-word just to, like, fuck with white people. Because, I mean, white people, we just don't have a good history of, being decent human beings. I mean, for the most part. I mean, look at slavery. Slavery, then we're like, oh, yeah, you're free. You can't vote, though. I mean, Then the Indians, took all their land. And then we're like, oh, but you have casinos. We're like, is it the same? But, I'm not to shit on white people. Not all white people are bad. Not all black people are bad. We all suck. Some of us all suck. Also, let's get this out of the way. We're not fucking canceling Dave Chappelle. You people need to get your shit together, you snow fucking flakes. Dave Chappelle's hilarious. Dave Chappelle is probably like the comedian of this generation. Like the past generation had Pryor and Carlin. We have Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's our guy. Louis C.K. was our guy. He gone now. R.I.P. Louis. Still love Louis. Louis is hilarious. Can't be a Louis C.K. fan anymore. He jerked off in front of people. It's not okay. But, whatever. Dave Chappelle could be racist. I mean, who cares? He's hilarious. Dave Chappelle is the new Richard Pryor. That's it. That's what it is. He's a generational talent. And he's hilarious. I haven't seen his new special, so I don't know. But I know his other Netflix specials were, very anti. I don't even know if it was anti. Dude, you gotta make fun of yourself. Your life, life's too short to take yourself too fucking seriously. You gotta be like, go with the punches, Take one for the team. But that's how, that's how I am. I wasn't born a fat man, but, growing up, when, kids would make fun of you, you would make fun of yourself first, so you would, be like, oh, it's less of a hurt, being the fat kid. But, that's what we do as humans. This life is very hard. Everyone's having a hard time of it. Make jokes. Everyone needs to laugh every once in a while. I ran into a friend Friday? Maybe, yeah, Friday. And she was like, oh, hey, what's your podcast about? I keep seeing you posting about it. I know, and I maybe post too much, but, I want people to listen. And this is like my therapy. It's, saving me a $50 copay. So, this is free. It's on YouTube. But anyway, she goes, what is it about? And I'm like, okay, well, we just had like a 20-minute conversation, right? She's like, yeah. I'm like, just imagine you never talked and it was just me. She's like, oh, that sounds hilarious. And I was like, first off, thank you. Thank you very much. You're an attractive woman. I appreciate that. When it's better when pretty people tell you you're funny or good looking. I mostly get the funny part, but it's what you take what you take, or take what you take. Oh, that's not an expression. Unless you're like white taking the Indians' land. We take what we take. Anyway. $1 for New York. We'll give you $1 for New York. God, what a great deal that was. And trillions of dollars later, New York. I think I found my 5-year plan. I'm going to buy land in Colorado within the next year and a half. Sorry. Am I being sick? So that was really gross, but I'm not restarting this podcast, so if you keep listening, that's great. I feel like I'm getting a cold. Not corona, don't worry. I'm vaccinated. Yeah, I joined the cool kids, unfortunately. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, New York. We got New York for $1 or something. Is that crazy? We just, like, this whole country, like, this is what the next big thing is. Land. Let's all buy land. Let's start the cult. It's not a sex cult. Don't worry. What else do we got today? Riley Reid. I talked about Riley Reid. Talked about how hilarious I am. Yeah, I matched with. Have I told you guys I matched with that crazy chick, that drunk chick on Tinder? like twice, and now I feel like I want to have another date with her. I feel like just for the podcast, I have to have another date with her. I'm thinking about it. We'll do a poll. Should I go on a date with the crazy lady again? Yeah. All right. We're going to call it. It's 6 a.m. in the morning. So I hope everyone has a great day. Y'all stay positive. Love you all. You guys are great. You guys are killing it. Whatever you're doing, do it better than you did yesterday. And then, it's going to get better. And I love you all. Anyway, let's have a drink today. Let's drink to Riley Reid. God bless that woman. I hope everyone who's listening to this, go watch a Riley Reid episode, video on, a paid site. I'm just kidding, Pornhub. Hopefully she makes money out of that. If not, sorry but thank you for your wonderful work. And let's see, my mom's listening. Mom, I don't know who that is. And don't Google. Never Google. And don't listen to this, by the way. My mom, don't listen to my podcast. Yeah. I'll start like a PG podcast and pretend that's my whole podcast just for my mom. The mom version. Anyway. Love you all. Love Riley Reid. Keep up the good work. Stay positive. What else? Oh, and as always, fuck Hitler.